Good evening, and welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmee, a show about us, our people, our community, our culture, our experiences. And viewers, today we are going to talk with one of the most diverse singers that come out of the West Indies. He's been dubbed as the sweetest voice of Guyana. Guys, welcome on set, Anant Hansraj. Anant, how are you today?
I am great, Lakshmi. It's a pleasure to actually be here in front of you. I've seen many of your programs online, and hello everybody out there. It's great to see you all too. So, doing great, doing great.
Awesome. Well, I know you've got a lot of things going on currently, but I just learned that you're actually from East Bank, Guyana?
Yes, Grove East Bank. My family, my grandparents, my parents. My grandfather was a Pandit Kampta Persaud, and I know a lot of the last generation would know who he was. And my uncle, my mom was Harry Panday, which was a singer from the 80s.
So did you maybe start singing from temple?
Yes, actually, I used to travel around with my grandfather, Pandit Kampta Persaud, and I would do the hawan, and he always needed somebody to play the Dholak for him.
Okay.
So, started with the Dholak at about 7, and then started messing around with the harmonium a little bit. And actually, I used to sing to myself in the room, and one day my whole family was looking outside the room there, and they
discovered a star.
Yeah, well, I was very, very shy. I turned like red, purple, pink, and everything. But after that, I was like, yeah, I could sing it anywhere. If they saw me, that was pretty much it. Piece of cake after that.
Okay, awesome. So what type of music do you sing?
I try to be diverse and do everything. I've done a Bajans CD, which did very well.
What's the Bajans CD called?
Well, it was called Aradhana originally, and basically what it was is I had made approximately 5,000 copies, but believe it or not, I guess people continued reproducing it, and a lot of people think it, comes from somewhere else, somebody else, because there's no credits on it.
Okay.
But that did very good. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. And then I also did a little bit of chutney. And now, I'm trying a little bit of a little crossover.
I am the ex-boyfriend, there is two sides to each story. This my thief, my girlfriend, his name is Terry G.
Now, I heard you actually do a little bit of Kenny Rogers as well.
Oh, wow. Where did you hear that from?
I hear things. Let's talk with Lakshmee. We hear everything.
Right. Wow.
Well, tell me about that. Actually, before you tell me about that, give me a little drop.
Oh, I'm on the spot here.
On the spot.
With Kenny Rogers. You gotta know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. You gotta count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Right,
awesome. That was great. Now, how did you pick up that? Because, you don't usually hear of West Indian people singing, American songs like that.
Right. Actually, you'd be surprised, right? I know a lot of West Indian people, the oldies, they tend to listen to that, and I know there's people that perform, both sides. But, growing up, I actually grew up in the U.S. I went back to Guyana many times, but I've been here. And, growing up, you hear all kind of genres of music, and you tend to emulate that as you're growing up. So just one of those things you pick up over time.
Okay.
Kenny Rogers and others.
Now, Anna, what would you say is your favorite genre of music?
And I know a lot of people say this, but generally it's all. I love the Bajans, I love the Filmi, I love Soca, I love Reggae, I love Chutney. But there's just something about music on the whole, and a lot of people could vouch for that. When you hear it, it uplifts you, it changes, if you're on energy or down, you just turn on your favorite tune and bam,
You bounce back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So all across the board, I think music is universal.
Yeah, it definitely is. Music is a universal language.
Exactly.
Okay. So now I know that you've performed in very large audiences. I've read somewhere that you performed for an audience as large as 60,000 viewers. Now, where was that venue?
That was in Guyana. I was part of Clash of the Titans, and actually, no, I take that back. That was in Tampa and Clearwater, Florida.
Okay.
We opened up for the Sean Paul at the Carnival.
Reggae artist,
yes,
right?
Yes. And oh man, it was incredible. You just saw a sea of people. I mean, there was no end to it, right? And it was just an excellent experience just being there, and you know, being on the same stage, and just the sheer amount of people that was there. So I did take that back. It was in the U.S. in Clearwater.
But I know you've performed, actually recently, you were part of the Chutney Soca Monarch competition in Guyana, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a song called Jumping that made the finals in the Chutney Monarch in Guyana. And that was a very nice experience. The other artists in Guyana, I was very impressed, you know, really nice people, very down to earth. You know, it was more of a team effort, you know, to kind of get, you know, Guyana on the map as far as music, you know, like other countries do, you know, and everybody kind of bonded together just to make that happen. I was very uplifting experience.
Right. Well, I have to commend you because you actually performed with some heavy hitters out there. You were in the competition with Terry Gajraj,
right.
Fiona Singh.
Right.
I know Mahendra Ram Kalawan was the one throwing the event as well.
Right.
So how does it feel knowing, you know, everyone knows of course, Terry Gajraj, Guyana Babu, who doesn't know of him.
Right.
How does it feel to perform on stage with him? Because I know you actually were part of his band as well, right? The Supertones band. Right. So I know you used to perform with him, but now you're actually competing with him. How did that feel?
Actually, that's a little bit mixed up. I was a former member of the Supertones band.
Okay.
And Terry was a part of the Supertones band in the past. And we all still do collabs together and we do things together. But mostly I perform a lot of places with Terry. And Terry also does stuff with the band too. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we all just kind of went a little bit different of a direction, but yet we still work together and we still get things
Okay,
done.
so you guys weren't part of the band at the same time?
We were. Actually.
Oh, you were?
There was a few years we were all part of the band at the same time. And, you know, I mean, the band is known. Obviously, we got to all thank Terry for doing that. He promoted the band. And then, you know, obviously he does his own thing. And I was still a part of the band at that point. But then when I started doing my own thing, you know, we're kind of both solo, but I actually do more stuff with Terry than the band.
Okay.
But
now you went to Guyana, and you guys were both in the competition. Now, I know Terry. He probably gave you, you know, you can do it, don't worry, this is what you got to do. He probably was giving you tips backstage. Is that right?
Right. Actually, technically, Terry was the reason I went to the competition.
Awesome.
He recommended I do
See,
it.
like I said, Terry would be pushing you.
Right. He recommended I do it, and you know, and just to support our country, you know, to say that, you know, people from abroad went down there, and only for that reason, nothing else. You know, I wasn't looking forward to even placing. I just to be in it.
Be part of it, right?
Yeah, and he was the guy that mentioned that. Very, very nice of him to even do that. You know, I mean, yeah, I was like on the fence with it, and he's like, yeah, no, just do it. You know, you should just do it. So, yeah, and I did look at it as a competition. Actually, it's funny because he, you know, he was in the top 3 in the Guyana competition, and the people in the Guyana competition actually went over the top 3 and went over to Trinidad. So I actually backed them up in Trinidad, and you know, in the finals in Trinidad.
Awesome.
Girl, you gave me this gift. Show me love and what I missed. You drive me crazy with your smile. Loving you makes life worthwhile. तुम्हें मेरी जिंदगी, तुम्हें मेरी प्यारी. She's the one. She's the one.
Maha Studios.
She's the one.
Anant Hansraj.
The simple touch of your hands feels like shivers down my spine. Baby, I love you so. I promise not to let you go. You are my sunshine on a rainy day, like a rainbow and skies are gray, like the moon and stars stars that shine so bright. With you, baby, everything's so right. Whoa, oh, 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 she's the one. Whoa, oh, 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 she's the one. The best in me when you love me completely. You're the answer to my prayer. I will love and keep you near. You are like sunshine on a rainy day, like a rainbow in skies of gray. Tu hi meri zindagi, tu hi meri pyari. Oh, oh, oh. Girl, you gave me this gift. Show me love and what I missed. You drive me crazy with your smile.